200 is presented by Moon Guide. Plan your best hunt.
My name's Joe Miles, and I'm the owner of Asio Gear. So whitetail obviously has been a passion of mine since I was, little. My dad was a savage, an absolute whitetail hunting fanatic. At one time, he had the 11th biggest buck taken in the state of South Carolina, and just really lit the fire in me to where I wanted to get after it, as hard as he did. I can always tell you, early November in the Midwest is not a bad place to be. And I won't say I put whitetail to the side, but I did start focusing on some of these sheep and goat hunts and going up to the Yukon and hunting stone sheep, going down to Argentina into Patagonia and hunting red stag, going over to Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan to hunt sheep and ibex. Some of that stuff can be life and death. And the gear you have is ultra important. If you don't have that stuff really dialed, you can get severe frostbite, you can freeze to death. I mean, it happens. And it opened my eyes to really high quality gear and what drove me to create Asio. And so when I came up with the idea of Asio and the whitetail tree stand bow hunting line of apparel that focused solely on that being our niche, I kind of reverted back to fully focused on whitetail and putting our gear to the test in from everywhere from Alberta to Kansas, South Carolina to Mexico, and then having the real premium fabrics, the high-end cut and sew, and you put all that together, I truly believe it is the ultimate whitetail hunting apparel. And now we're really getting a lot of guys that have used it and like it with their whitetail tree stand bow hunting, and that's what we're all about and something we're going to continue to strive to do. So Lucas and I jumped in the truck. We had some rain coming, and then it was getting into a nice cold front there the end of October. Drove all the way to Kentucky, basically to the spot, got out, got dressed, went in, and as we were getting in, we jumped a herd of deer, and we were pretty sure the buck we were after was in that herd. We've got a couple of text cameras in there, or cell cameras, and I pulled them up on my phone, and sure enough, the big deer we were after, that big 10 point, had just come through there, and we were just absolutely devastated that we had blown him out of there and totally ruined our hunt. And as you hunt those spots, they can get worse and worse, so we were a little bit worried about that. But the plan was to keep hunting. We're in a rut funnel. We wanted to stay in that funnel. And so the next morning we got back in there, and as the sun was coming up, I looked down at one of our mock scrapes, and sure enough, it had been opened up overnight. Once we saw that scrape and saying, buddy, we are still in the game, he had to have come back through here last night. So the anticipation was high, to say the least. About 8:30 in the morning, I looked through the hardwoods. Here comes that 10 point.
Got him, killed him. Thanks, Bob. Go.
Here at Raw Frozen Scents, it's all about providing you with fresh, pure, undiluted deer urine that's just plain effective. Raw scents are collected fresh, then immediately frozen and shipped from the farm directly to your door in an insulated container. The natural product that smells like real deer, increasing your odds for success.
And they are going nuts because that smell is in the air.
Raw Frozen Scents were 53.2 times more effective when tested against the competition. It doesn't get any better or fresher than Raw Frozen Scents.
I look through the hardwoods. Here comes that 10 point, the first morning in after our afternoon hunt. and he came right up the funnel just like he was supposed to and gave me a 20-yard shot, put it right in there. He ran across the river and the celebration began.
Got him. Killed him. Thanks, up. Stop, up.
You got him.
You dang right.
We got him, buddy.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Morning one, baby.
Yeah.
Big 10.
Walks up through the funnel, 22 yards, zapped him, spins around, takes off back down, crosses a creek, and he's laying right there dead. Rut, morning one, unbelievable. We're gonna break everything down, go get him. We've already called him in, confirmation number, good to go. Let's go, baby, yes!
I see some horns sticking up over there, old boy.
And it all coming together. There just really isn't anything better than that. I just love those out-of-state hunts, chasing those big Midwestern bucks. It's just a lot of fun and something I look forward to every year.
Look at there, boys. Got some beams on him. Oh, acorn point. Heck yeah.
So after the celebration, we actually had to get this deer out of there, and it was quite, he had gone across the river. I'd shot him and he had run down off that bluff, gotten across the river. So we had to get one of those hand trucks in there, got him loaded up. Took us about 45 minutes to an hour to get him out of there, and finally got him back to the truck. And back to South Carolina we headed, and just that drive home when you're successful is so much sweeter.
And the boogeyman killed a deer after all. The boogeyman.
I've been bow hunting for 30 plus years, and my 3 biggest bucks, all over 180 inches, have all come on red moons. And you look around at some of the other hunters that are not sponsored or anything by the Deer Hunter's Moon Guide or anything else, and there are a ton of big deer that get killed every year by guys that absolutely believe in the moon. And what it is, it's that overhead moon. When that moon is directly overhead or directly underfoot, it gives that gravitational pull that makes them want to get up and feed. And the way I look at it is, man, it is such an inexpensive tool, and it's something you can add to your arsenal, and whether you believe in it or not, it's worth getting one just to check it out, and then you can make a decision for yourself. But I know for me personally, I'll be having one in my pack and in my system every single year.
Come down the field edge.
My goodness, is Kansas the land of the giants? We went out there to hunt with our good buddy Chris Seymour. It was really a perfect time to be there. We were going to have a red moon, that overhead moon that we always look for on our out-of-state hunts. So we had timed it perfectly to be out there in Kansas hunting the rut with that red moon. So we went in and scouted that Kansas property, and we had bulletproof access. We could walk down a river that was only about 2 feet deep, or 1.5 feet because we could do it in knee boots. So the access was incredible. We climbed up a big bank, but we had pictures of a really big 9-point, all of them nighttime pictures, but there was a river kind of in the back of the property. And so we went in there and scouted that whole thing for a day and found where 4 different trails all pinched down around that river. And we knew that was the spot we had to be. So we set up one of our Lone Wolf custom gear sets in there, and the plan was just sit there and rot the entire rut. We knew that buck was in there, and it was just a matter of time before he came through there. And then it started to rain, and it wasn't a heavy rain, but it was enough rain that you thought, you know, once this stops, I'm guessing something's going to get up and start moving and open up these scrapes. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
We did it, son.
We did it. Let's go. Oh my goodness.
We did it, son. That's the big 9.
Let's go.
Bobby Worthington funnel, baby.
Let's go.
The rain stopped. Are we in the funnel or are we
Yeah.
in the funnel, baby?
Dude.
Rut funnel.
That's insane.
That is a hammer. Yeah, I'm gonna catch some crap for the shot, but he was 4 yards and I put it right there.
Yep.
Right in his chest, killed him.
Yep.
Dead as a hammer, plenty of penetration. He was coming to work that scrape.
Yeah.
The scrape 4 yards away. Oh my gosh. Yes. 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 Whew. You got all that
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
over the shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
So I tucked it right in that front shoulder and made just an absolutely lethal shot on him. Hit him right where I was aiming. He didn't make one single step. He was done in about 20 seconds, and we absolutely came unglued. The buck we were after, day 2, right after a rain, could not have worked any better. Just a perfect setup and a great encounter with a giant Kansas buck.
Well, we don't have far to go. Let's walk up there and get him. I already got the arrows out of him because it's a little bit brutal. This might be the biggest 9-point I've ever killed. He is a hammer, man. Rut is hours and hours and hours of sheer boredom sitting in a funnel that you've got 4, where we are right now, we've got 4 major travel corridors that all come together, 3 big scrapes, old rubs, new fresh rubs, some trail cameras, pictures of this guy. So old warrior could not be happier. Hunting out here with Chris Seymour, Be Outdoors in Kansas. I don't really want to do a sales pitch, but I really need to thank him because he's got some great properties and he knows Kansas and his company knows Kansas. Anyway, guys, we are tickled to get him. We'll get some help, get him out of here, head back to South Carolina.
For nearly 3 decades, the Moon Guide has been the #1 tool for helping hunters predict daylight activity for big whitetails. If you're ready to experience results like this, download the Moon Guide app now that includes mapping, landowner data, and the deadly Red Moon calendar. Stack the deck in your favor and download the Moon Guide app today. Hunt smarter, not harder.
3 giant whitetails, including my 5th 200-inch deer, all last year on the Red Moon. Plan your best hunts with Moon Guide.
So Mexico this year was, again, an incredible hunt. It's a 30,000 acre ranch down there. Really good management, a lot of big deer, and they are really particular about shooting those older age bucks, which is what we love. And so very appreciative to be able to hunt with those guys. Got him. Hold that low. The first one came in chasing some does and was about to get out of there, and I had to shoot pretty quick, hit him a little bit back, but it was enough to be vital.
Boy, that right there. My gosh, what a buck. Boys, look at this thing. Look at all this right here. Mexico chocolate horns. Rancho La Bote.
And then the second buck, it was something. We knew the deer was in there. It was non-typical. It was like he had an upside down beam. And we got a lot of footage of him the first morning we were in there, but the owner of the ranch has to make sure every deer is one that meets his criteria to take. And so we didn't get the green light on him until after we got back to the lodge. We finally got approval, went back in there and hunted him, and he was a no-show to the absolute last day. And we got him the last morning. He came in, quartering 2 shot, and put it right in the wheelhouse.
This is Senor Loco, the buck we were after. Got a lot of really cool rut footage of him, raking trees, chasing does, just an incredible buck. And this kind of concludes my 2023 season, and I could not be happier. This is a heck of a non-typical buck, and absolutely over the moon with him. Thanks so much, Old Mexico. We will be back.
And when we switched to Asio, don't feel like we took a step back at all as far as the quality goes or the warmth. The biggest difference was the pattern. This raptor pattern absolutely melts into the tree. And I'll tell you what, as far as patterns go, I believe this is the best camouflage pattern I've ever used.
And just looked right through me. I don't know if I went invisible or what, but the pattern worked.
I was a big fan of how long in the season I could wear the lighter pieces from Asio. And then I gotta say that the cold weather gear that they have, the cold weather top, the cold weather bibs, we had a really, really cold late winter in Iowa, and was very, very comfortable in that Asio gear, I can tell you that.
Tree and the camo, it's the same. I mean, he looked right into my soul during that hunt. I froze, I didn't move. And I'm telling you, when you're up against a tree with that Asio gear, they have no clue.
You know, we try to keep it really humble, really low overhead, so that we can pass those savings on to our customers. So it's important for us to keep, you know, it really lean and mean. You know, we're proud of what we've got here and work hard at it. Most importantly, again, we stand behind our product, and we offer a lifetime warranty. And that's an unconditional lifetime warranty. So if in 5 years from now you've got our late season bibs and you're climbing over a barbed wire fence and you accidentally rip the pants, we will 100% have them repaired or absolutely replace them with a new pair. So we're standing behind Asio. We want guys to value it as much as we do and be comfortable with it. So we appreciate it, and thank you guys so much.